And the boys are back. Welcome back to another episode of Assassin 4. You got me, your host today, Dre from PG. Then I got two of North Carolina's finest on the call today. We got my boy C Note. What's
What up
good,
with
my
it?
boy?
You know it,
And then
chilling, man.
we got my boy T. How you doing, T?
Oh, I'm great, bro. I'm high off a lot of packs right now, man.
It was a weekend. It definitely was a weekend.
Yeah, it was a one of those wild weekend of sports. We got some upsets, we had some drama, we had some comebacks. It was you couldn't as a sports fan, you couldn't ask for a great weekend of sports. So let's just get into it, fellas. Let's start with the Mavs and the OKC Thunder. Game six. It was a good game. Really came down almost to the last second, but at the end, the Mavs finally put OKC away to advance to the Western Conference Finals. Luka and Kyrie, tandem's looking great, fellas. OKC looked good, but it looks like they made some young mistakes. T, how was you feeling about the series overall, and where you think OKC can improve from here?
Series went about how I thought it would go. Dallas has had a couple more guys that are just veteran leadership, playoff experience. Kyrie's a champion. Luka's been to the conference finals. Jason Kidd won as a coach, as an assistant with the Lakers, and as a player. And you just saw them not make that one crucial mistake down the stretch. I mean, Shea Gilgeous, great season, runner-up MVP. He would be my MVP, but he
Yeah.
wasn't disciplined on that last possession. You play great defense. You have Luka locked up. He kicks it out to PJ. You have to close out properly. You have to chop your feet and contest under control. Shea flew out of control, reached for the ball, initially blocked it, but because PJ watched it double clutch and never lost the ball, Shea hit his elbow and it was a foul. It was the right call. I mean, people were saying he hit ball first, but if PJ had lost the ball and Shea made contact, then that's a play on. But since he never really lost the ball, he kind of double clutch and he hit him again after he hit the ball. Then by rule book, that is a foul. So it really is just the little things. And as far as where OKC can improve, I mean, they're gonna have to add a bigger body. They got killed on the boards. That's really what the series came down to: rebounding.
hmm
Dallas was able to kill them on the glass when they needed to. And Oklahoma City's going to regret that second half. We saw Dallas come back twice from double-digit deficits in the second half of Game 6. And that's just really an experience thing and not being able to close out on the road and get back home for a Game 7. So I expect Oklahoma City to add a big body. A guy like Jonas Valanciunas. Yeah, Jonas Valanciunas is a free agent. You got some big bodies in the draft. I don't know if they would possibly move up to try to get somebody, or maybe Zach Edey would fall to them. He would actually be a good fit. You could just use him as spot minutes, his rookie season, just to be a big body and complement Chet. But really, Sam Presti has a lot of ways he can go with all the draft picks he has. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with all these draft picks in the next couple of years. But they're on the clock. Their clock is starting.
Hmm.
You have all these draft picks, in the future. You got to do something or leverage it somehow to get a top player to come there. Also, like I said, add a big body and maybe a little bit more playmaking around Shea, because at the end of the day, SGA was able to elevate or maintain his level. He was playing at the MVP level, but at times just never really had that other guy to really compliment him when they
Yep.
needed the most.
Now that's a great way to
Oh
put
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Also, I would like to say, and it goes back to Dallas's defense. The level that Dallas has been playing defense, especially in this playoffs, this series as well, has just been mind-boggling. We never thought that we would see Dallas play this level of defense, especially from their backcourt. That's been like crazy. Kyrie locking up people like he's putting them in jail. Luka at times actually playing defense. It's just been shocking to see. So we got to give the props to them on their defense.
Yeah, I also like what Jason Kidd's kind of doing with Derek Lively. He's actually finishing these games rather than Darius Gafford, who's like the vet at the center position. So he's really this is actually probably Jason Kidd's one of his better coaching jobs
Yeah.
as a head coach. So you kind of see the evolution in his coaching. So it's good to see. 'Cause I know he has a lot of battles out there after his coaching stance with like the Nets and Milwaukee Bucks. But hey man, right now he got them in the Western Conference Finals against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we get to that later on in this episode. But first, let's take it back east. Hey man, I'm a T.
Yeah.
Just
Have at
go
it.
ahead.
Where do I start, man? Things happen the way it's supposed to happen, man. ESPN trotting Stephen A. When the players walk in, ESPN cuts it like the players walk in. They cut to Stephen A. walking in Madison Square Garden like that nigga was suiting up, bro. The same Stephen A. that averaged like 1 point a game at bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh, that's nasty work.
Then you got this man out here with Spike Lee, man. I'm like, not one mention of the Pacers, bro. Not one. And then what do we witness on Sunday? A Tom Thibodeau masterclass. OG Anunoby on the best drugs. Deer antler spray, whatever they had him on, bro. That man was doped up, bro. They tried OG out there for 5 minutes, bro, and they took him right back out, man.
Sick,
And then
sick
Josh Hart,
agenda.
ab injury. Jalen Brunson fractures his hand, bro. Like, and it's funny because even with all that going on, the Knicks cut it down to 8 at one point, and they were just getting hope, and then Indiana crushed their hopes and their dreams, bro. Just poetic, man. For all you Knicks fans that are talking all that shit all year on the Side Talk Twitter page, where you at, bro? Where you at now, bro? About 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon, bro. You know what New York had to realize, bro? They had to get on their shitty subway system with their rat-infested subways, smelling like piss, to go back to a $2,500 studio box with pissy hallways. And think about New York, that's every borough. Queens, Staten Island, Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan. You get it everywhere. You got a reality hurts, man. Reality sucks, bro. You out there, gotta go in your nasty ass subways and your nasty ass tunnels underground full of rats. Rats big as Master Splinter, bro. Gotta pay ridiculous amount of rent to live in a box with about 100 people on top of you. You got a mayor that is a fucking jackass. And
This
is
came
the
way
Mecca.
more about basketball. This came way more about basketball. This person though.
This is straight up disdain. This is a different level of disdain.
This is y'all Mecca, man. This is the Mecca of basketball, bro. Ain't been to a conference final since 2000, bro. We talk about Philadelphia not getting to a conference finals, but the Knicks are no longer dropping the Sixers, bro. Talking all that shit after they beat battered Embiid on one knee, and Tobias Harris as a third option, bro. Fake ass J. Cole, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's all right, New York, though, because guess what? The Giants suck. The Jets suck. Corey, what are the Yankees gonna do? No disrespect to your Yankees, bro. They haven't won since 09, bro.
One of the best records in the league right now. But hey, let's go to the Mets.
Okay,
maybe
Mets they'll give a glimmer of hope. But the Mets are ass, bro. The Mets are ass just like Queens, bro.
Fuck the Rangers. Fuck the Islanders.
Fuck the Rangers. Fuck the Islanders, bro. Damn, bro. New York, bro. New York Raps even down bad, bro. Ice Spice continues to put out garbage after garbage after garbage, bro. This is New York rap, bro. This is where hip hop started, bro. Y'all trying out Ice Spice, bro. Ice Spice.
Can't get jiggy with this shit. Can't get jiggy with it.
Bitch, you think you're the shit? You're not even the fart. What the fuck is this, bro? Well, this is not New York rap, bro. Corey, bro. How you go from Jay-Z to this, bro? What's happening to New York rap, bro? What's happened to New York rap, bro?
And y'all
What
can't
happened
have
to
J.
David
Cole.
Jay-Z?
Y'all can't
Big.
have J. Cole. Just because he was up there for 4 years, don't mean y'all can have him. Y'all can't have J. Cole.
Bro, we went from Jay-Z, Nas, Big, so
Wu-Tang.
many Jada Kids, Wu-Tang, Dipset, Mace, 50, Lloyd Banks, man, to Ice Spice and a bunch of drill rappers, bro. This is New York, bro. This is New York, bro.
Pop Smoke been dead for how many years, and he still got better content than Ice Spice. Put that into perspective, bro.
Oh man, New York, bro. What's going on? What's going on, New York, bro? What's going on, bro? Like, what's really going on, bro?
Man, they're the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA, man. We all know this. That's why Stephen A. keep making fun of Dallas. New York Knicks are the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA, bro. When you have the chance to finally make it to a conference finals, what y'all do? Y'all blow Game 6 and Game 7.
Game 7.
Right on fucking schedule. And in New York fashion, of course, somebody's going to break a record in your own building. So, just as always, everybody that has big moments in Madison Square Garden usually don't be wearing a Knicks jersey.
It's all right,
all those fuck record chants, and who got the last laugh, and he didn't even suit up this time. Boy, that man got a mansion up in y'all city, man. He got a mansion.
It's all right, New York, bro. Your quarterback of the Jets is a QAnon conspiracy theorist, bro. Have fun with that, man. Have fun with that, bro. But I mean, it's all right though, because New York fans are gonna talk about a big trade that we know is not coming. A superstar that's not coming. I saw something talking about Paul George. Please trade for Paul George. Just so y'all can have more hope just to be let down again, bro.
That'd be so on brand.
Playoff P.
Man, the only thing y'all got right now in New York is Peter Parker, bro. And the Spider-Verse.
Hey, shit.
That's the best thing y'all got going for you, bro.
Hey, what Peter do to deserve this, man? He beat you trying to.
He could have said Bruce. He could have said Bruce.
Peter just want to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Mo. He didn't got to be dragged into this. He got to be dragged into this bullshit ass Knicks shit, bro. He know they some shit. And there's one thing he know, they're always gonna let that city down. We can trust him to believe that. That shit guarantee like taxes and death, boy.
Man,
like I don't know, like I don't know what's going on with Tom Thibodeau, man. It was just like he caught watching that old relic video of Willis Reed. He said, "I want a team full of them," and that's exactly what he got at the end. I've never seen a team look so battered at the end of a series, bro. You got Josh Hart looking weak, OG looking weak, Jalen Brunson looking weak, Mitchell Robinson can't even suit up, but Donovich is probably back in his home country and shit. We didn't even know. Like we didn't even know Alec Burks still had a career until they got to like the 5th injury.
See, I'll tell you what it was. Thibodeau thought he could turn injuries off. That's what it was. He thought he could just trot them out there with no injuries. He thought he was playing 2K. I see the vision.
Nah, I seen it now. I'm about to sue this nigga for malpractice, bro. He's taking away too many people's careers doing this dumb shit, man. It's got to stop, bro.
We saw this shit with Derrick Rose years ago, bro.
And wasn't Jimmy Butler on the team when they went to with the Wolves and shit? And Jimmy got, I'm telling you, bro, he's a madman. He's a madman, dog.
Hey, man, I'm gonna say this, bro. You know New York soft, bro. When they give a nigga stand ovation when they down 20, bro. They give a nigga stand ovation down 20, bro. Damn, New York, bro.
Hey, yo.
This the Mecca, bro. This is the Mecca of basketball, bro. Stand up for losing, bro.
Hey, yo.
What happened, bro? What happened, bro? I thought y'all going to conference finals. Talk about, oh, yeah, we're gonna get Boston a series. We're gonna get Boston a series, man. The only series y'all gonna have is a series of injuries in Cancun, bro.
Oh shit.
Matter of fact, the Knicks can't even make it to Cancun because they can't even walk on the damn plane, bro.
Real live.
They can't even walk in the airport, bro. They can't even get on the plane, bro.
Getting out of bed,
Bro.
getting out of bed is just a whole chore for.
They got Josh Hart out there sounding like old buddy from SpongeBob. My leg.
Man.
But now what they did to OG was criminal, bro. You know that motherfucker should have been playing, bro. That man, like, hey, y'all know when y'all play 2K, when Alabama get injured, they on that slow ass walking shit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, come on, OG, like get the fuck off the court, man. This is sad, dog.
Hey, them niggas started the game with the Gatorade bottle on their head, so I already knew what time it was.
Oh man. But enough about the Knicks. Are we giving them Pacers a shot in hell against the Celtics in this conference finals?
To get past 5 games, I give them like a 30% chance against the 6 games. We know Boston do a trick off 1 game. And I think with Indiana's pace, even though they don't defend that great, but Porzingis coming back possibly off an injury, that pace is going to really push that calf, man.
It's going to be game 3. It's going to be because it's going to be a lot of changes. What we know is Boston, they can't change for nothing. So they've been playing well without Porzingis. That game 3 when he does come back, if he comes back, then like how you were saying, that pace is going to really do it in for them. But they're going to have that one bad shooting game, and I'm predicting that it's going to be game 3, and that's the one that they're going to lose.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Indiana steals game 1, just because they just played and Boston's kind of been off for a little bit. We've seen that scenario play out a few times. That's why I said Boston do trick off 1 game in this series because that's just what they do. That's just what they do. But Indiana's style of play, can they defend well enough? And is Boston going to get suckered into jacking up a bunch of threes?
Yes.
I think there's a couple of games where they're just going to lose discipline, and analysts are going because they keep shooting 3, even though it's not falling. But I mean, this series is going to be determined by the battle of the splash crackers, bro.
This is nasty.
CJ McConnell versus Peyton Pritchard, bro.
Boy,
real ethical hoops right here, bro.
We bringing it back to the 60s, baby. I see it. I see the vision.
What you say, Dre? Bob Cousy and them?
Hey, man, bring my black and white TV back. Shit, fuck it at this point.
Hey,
we got a whole bunch of great value JJ Redick's getting hyped in this series, man. I ain't trying to stomach that shit, bro. I ain't got time for it, man.
Hey, bro. I'm sorry, bro. The funniest shit, bro. I saw a meme with the Celtics with Pacers, but they put Hitler's face and Stalin's face.
Oh God! What have we done? What have we done? What have we done?
Don't get me started. I got something for that later on. I got something for that later on.
Why do we have the internet, man? Oh man, but yeah, I think Celtics should get this done in 5. I mean, let's be straight. Even without injuries, and Boston should, the way things set up for Boston, they should be in the They should have been in the finals anyway.
Yeah,
especially with the Bucks having injuries already, with Giannis not even playing this postseason. So even regardless if it was the Knicks or the Pacers, Boston should handle both of these teams within 5. But like I said, they do the trick off 1 to 2 games just off some really dumb shit, or like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum having cold games. But I'm really just interested in that Drew Holiday and Tyrese Halliburton matchup. I want to see Tyler just going to step up to that challenge, since He came back. He came back strong in the going up against Jalen Brunson. I think he had a strong finish to that series, but he did start off kind of quiet, and Jalen Brunson was going crazy. But now he got to go against an NBA vet like Drew Holiday, who was a really great defender. So I want to see how he matchups with that.
Yeah. On a serious note, though, like all joking and vibes aside, bro, I think the Knicks with their injuries would have got swept. I think the Knicks
no OG. No OG. Josh Hart pretty much like compromised. Yeah. And so Brunson, he was just like with the hand. Yeah, he was pretty much done.
Exactly. But my thing is Tyrese Halliburton has to be aggressive, man. Even in games that times, he would drive in the lane and pass up layups and throw ridiculous passes that end up being turnovers of guys, not prepared. I'm like, that's cool and all. But when you're the guy, you have to be aggressive. And Boston's gonna throw the kitchen sink at him. You can literally throw four guys at him: Derek White, Holiday, Brown, Tatum. Pritchard's gonna get under him.
Yeah, but even through all that, he still got to think I gotta go for 25-30 minimum a night. That's for them just to even think about winning. Cause Siakam, do you trust him to get the 25-30? No. Miles Turner, no. Like Neymar, hell
Turner
no.
has to have an impact though.
Yeah, he has to be big in order.
Yeah,
especially Porzingis out the first couple of games. If Indiana's going to steal a game in Boston, Miles Turner's going to have an impact game. Siakam's going to have to be.
He need that 20. He need that 2015. He need that 2015 game.
Yep, and truth be told, like Nembhard's been pretty solid towards the end of that Knicks series, and God, what's the other guard they have? Indiana has a deep team.
Naismith, you talking about that Smith too?
Yeah,
something like that.
Nesmith.
Nesmith. Yeah, you go.
Yeah, well, Indiana goes 8-9 deep, and they're going to play with pace. Can they sucker Boston into playing too fast and forcing up bad shot after bad shot after bad? That's the way Indiana's going to have to win. If Boston can somehow slow the game down, then I think the Pacers struggle in the half court a little bit because their offense is based off of movement, but you have to play fast. And if Boston can set their defense, they're not quite the defensive team they were a couple of years ago, but they're still a good defensive team. So that's really going to be about can Indiana impose their style of play and their will, and possibly just have Boston tired, especially without Porzingis. Because without Porzingis, the Celtics don't really have much rim protection right now. So Indiana should just drive the ball and try to get to the rim whenever they can, because Porzingis is really the only rim protector they have. So without him, the lane, if you can get in the lane past White and Holiday and the wing player Brown and Tatum, there's points to be had. And they average, I think, about 120 something points on Boston this year, I believe, because they played 5 times because they played in the in-season tournament as well. So
right. No, I mean, you can only just hope that whatever Pacers can do to extend the series, because on the other side, the Western teams are gonna be like at least take it at least 5-6 so we can have some rest before we get to the finals. And speaking on that, getting to the main event of the playoffs, we had Game 7 of the Wolves versus the Nuggets, and man, oh man, what a finish to that game! Even though Ant-Man struggled, he still found a way to get timely buckets. And then what he do? Hey, y'all foolish.
Let y'all know. Let y'all know that's what it is.
Hey, man. Nah, shout out to Ant-Man and the Wolves, man. They did the Lord's work yesterday on a nice Sunday, nice Sunday evening. Hey, you a fool, boy. Corey here. Oh, he about to do some shit. I ain't got time for this, man.
No, man, I'm just
chilling. See, you got some more clips, man. You got more clips, man.
Well,
Yeah, I'll let T go. I'll let T go.
I'm just gonna say this, bro. When you prop somebody up to the point where it gets ridiculous, bro, you set them up for a fall, bro. But a lot of you media people have been real quiet today. A lot of you analytic stat fanboys who found your king real quiet today. But we're not gonna be quiet on here. We tell the truth on this
Mm-hmm.
pod. We keep it 100 on this pod, so I'm gonna keep it 100 real quick. And Core, I know you want to chime in as well, but let's talk about this. Your three-time MVP, who by the way has more MVPs than Shaq and Kobe combined, which is a crime, more than Tim Duncan, more than Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, some of the best bigs that have ever played the game, lost 3 games at home in a series
Mm.
where you're supposed to have home court advantage with the altitude, blew a 3-2 lead. Game 6, you got beat by 45. Now, if Bron, if Steph, if KD got beat by 45 in a possible closeout game, they'd be getting ripped to shreds, right? But then you get game
Yep.
7, you're up by 20. You got 58 to
Mm-hmm.
38 with 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. And then what happened? You got outscored the rest of the game 60 to 32. Minnesota almost doubled them boys up the
And it was
last
at home.
basically 2 quarters of the game. And at home, right? And people were talking about, well, Joker's did everything he could hit 34 4, and 19. But a lot of his baskets in the fourth quarter were kind of empty. They didn't have a lot of impact.
Okay.
And when you need
Mm-hmm.
him to really come through, he didn't come through. Shooting 3-pointers that he didn't need to shoot.
Nope.
He tried to got back down Nas Reed, and Nas Reed blocks his shot. And when the big sequence of the game, and came down and scored, and then Murray gets ripped, and Nas Reed kicks it out to Ant for 3 and put him up by 10. So you can throw out all the stats, but we had context on this pod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he filled the stat sheet, but when you really, really need him to come through, he doesn't have. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, with LeBron, no excuses. With Steph, no excuses. KD, no excuses. Kobe, whoever the greats, no excuses. You all that happens in a series where you're favored and you already have home court advantage and you're a 3-time MVP. Nah, bro. Nah, man. And here's one more stat.
And they the
And
defending champions. The defending
yep,
champions on top of that.
yep. And here's my last stat for you stat geeks and analytic fanboys. The Denver Nuggets under Jokic Murray have never beat a 50-win team in the postseason.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
And how they said on
Let's
Coach
talk about
Carter, now that's some stacks for your ass.
it. Corey, I'm passing the rock to you, bro. You can cook, my brother.
Before I even get started on Nikola Jokic, or whatever you want to call him, Joker, I want to bring someone special to the table because he's going to be put on trial right now. Adam Silver, you treasonous, you Nazi sympathizer,
Oh
you
shit. He about to get
Hell
us
Hydra,
canceled. Oh god.
you old Hell Hydra ass nigga. I got one thing to say to you. This is America. This is what happens when you go against America. I'm not a Steve Rogers fan, but what did he do to Hydra? Y'all see this flag? This is for the great, great country of the US of A. Adam Silver, you whore. You tried to run that European agenda, and it didn't go nowhere for you. And in the immortal words of Hulk Hogan, what you gonna do, brother, when Ant-Man and the Minnesota Timberwolves
run wild on you. But nah, Joker. But I seen people really was telling me that this man was top 3 bigs of all time, just because of all of the accolades he had, the triple doubles, the MVPs, winning the ring. Like, you can't look in my face and tell me that he's a better. Yeah, 1 ring. You can't look in my face and tell me he's a better big than Shaq. You can't look in my face and tell me he's a better big than Hakeem Olajuwon, then Bill Russell. I can keep the list going, but I'm just gonna stop at those 3 people. No, actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep Bill Russell in there. Tim Duncan,
Wilt Chamberlain. What are we doing,
Wilt
bro?
Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like, I can keep going. Like, he may be top 10 right now, maybe top 10, but no, I can't give you top 3. Like, come on. Like, y'all keep pushing this European agenda that you guys have, and it's not working. It's not going to happen. Once again, we go back to the flag that's behind me right now. This is the US of A. This is the National Basketball Association, not the International Basketball Association.
Keep flowing.
Like, and we also going to show them this summer as well too. We're going to show them what we're going to do. We're going to run trains all over every country. France to the Soviet Union. Yeah, I'm counting all of them motherfuckers as the Soviet Union. Because at this point, we're going to take it way back to the 60s with a lot of racism. We're going to turn it into the Cold War out this bitch.
Oh, shit. Let's get it. Talk your shit, Corey. Yeah, we talking that Bandit Keith talk. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
We putting the burner to their heads out here.
To answer your point, last year Denver beat an 8 seed Minnesota with no Nas Reed and also no McDaniels. And they actually struggled. It was 5 games. It was 5 competitive games. Then you had a 4 seed Phoenix, who, you know, Chris Paul. We're not even gonna mention his name on here.
Bitch.
DeAndre Ayton, another bum. Had Jock Landale out there. Because DeAndre Ayton, bro.
The fact Jock Landale was playing better than Ayton is still sick, bro. That's a number 1 overall pick.
That's work,
getting outplayed by your backup. Oh God, yeah. That shit was so
then
sad.
You had a 7 seed Lakers team in the conference finals. And don't give me Lakers. Lakers were a 7 seed, bro. Let's be honest, bro. Memphis, no Brandon Clark, and Memphis mentally was just cooked in that series, right? Then the Warriors just didn't have any size at all. So, like, you know, whatever. And then you beat an 8 seed team in the finals, bro. Like, come on, bro. I'm not going to sit here and discredit their championship, but that's about a Mickey Mouse path to a title I've ever seen, bro.
And then don't get me started on Mike Malone. Mike Malone went from last year talking all of this shit. Y'all counted us out. Y'all put in the Lakers. Y'all did this. Y'all did that. To, oh, I don't want to talk about the game. This man had so much smoke for the Lakers. This man had so much smoke for the Lakers from the end of last season to the start of this season. Now all of a sudden he doesn't want to talk about basketball because his feelings are hurt because they lost. Nah, nigga, it don't work that way. This is what you call being humble at this point. Because you talk all of that shit. You got your Sean Payton on long as you wanted to. And what happened? You became a bitch just like Sean Payton.
Damn.
To each his own.
In the same city, too.
Exactly. 2 bitches of the same pod.
Karma. Tough for you.
Nah, Mike Malone's a good coach, but you're not on that Spo level. You're just not quite there.
Not on that pop level.
You like a tier below that. You're a good coach, man, but like you said, you had to eat humble pie, bro, because you blew a 20-point lead at home. And part of it, I'm not gonna say part of it, a lot of it is your fault. You played Joker every minute of the game. You played Jamal Murray damn near every minute of the game. You didn't get Aaron Gordon involved. Aaron Gordon only took 5 shots. What the hell happened to Michael
The thing
Porter?
about it, we've given him his props on this show before. Like, we've talked about how he's made adjustments and how he's actually maneuvered and adjusted to his opponents and overcame them. But what was his adjustment last night? He didn't have anything for them. He couldn't stop the nosebleed. That was self-induced wounds that he had last night. If we're gonna be completely honest, yeah, not Milwaukee, but yeah, Minnesota walked them down. But a lot of that stuff was they did it to themselves.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, we gave him props this last week. Having Aaron Gordon run the point was a brilliant move.
Yeah.
That might have been like how Drake was going to push the red button and drop Fanny Matters. It was good, but it was Minnesota had a counter for that, and they never
did.
had nothing for it, bro. Like, even though they were up, like Minnesota's just missing shots, and yeah, they doubled Ant, but once Minnesota adjusted at halftime, they had nothing. They had nothing after that, and Minnesota's defense also adjusted, and Jamal Murray really was just on the heater in the first half. That man couldn't miss. Well, you see, Ant was on him and took him out, and Ant, people talk about, well, he was only 6 of 24 and but it's about winning, bro. Ant realized that he didn't have it, so what did he do? I'm taking Jamal Murray.
That's the analytics bullshit. And when it comes to the playoffs, I ain't got time to. It's all about getting these dubs, to be honest.
Exactly.
So it's like I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. Yeah, he shot ugly, but then he make key plays when it mattered down the stretch. Then he hit 2 pivotal threes when it mattered. Did Murray hit those 3? Nope. Did Joker hit those 3? Nope. All right then. So what the fuck we talking about? Like for real, like Ant-Man aura is so good. He even had fucking Gobert hitting fucking fadeaways on y'all 3-time MVP.
And they put Father Stretch My Hand behind it. Come on.
Like look, again, let me rephrase this. The defensive player of the year with no offense.
Who shouldn't be defensive player?
Hit a fadeaway over the 3-time MVP, who should be shooting fadeaways, but couldn't hit none of that shit when it was crunch time.
That's the thing about it with the analytical ball. That's the thing about it too. Like, you're rewarding people for, oh, I'm making the right play. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. But you aren't making those grind time plays. You're not hitting the shots that need to be hit. Like, think about this. Back in the day when Kobe was winning his MVP and should have had 3 straight, if we're gonna be completely honest. Like, think about it. Kobe was hitting game winners like it was nothing. Kobe was dropping 40-point games like it was nothing. Shooting like 10 of 30. Kobe was shooting some crazy ass numbers. But it came down to the grind. It came down to about winning those games and making the right play. Well, not making the right play, but making those game winners. That's what Kobe was always about. He even said, like, my team doesn't practice. I'm not giving them the ball. He was about doing what he needed to do. Joker not doing that. This man only think about racing them damn horses.
But nah, I think the biggest
as the face of the league.
Exactly.
I think the biggest moment for Ant was in the third quarter when he hit that 3 over Aaron Gordon, because just gave some juice. Gave him a little bit extra juice, and also gave his team confidence. Like, okay, even though he's struggling, he's gonna come through for us. And like, his leadership at 22 years old, what he's done to put the battery in the back of Karl Anthony Towns and even go bare to a sense, has been a game changer for this team. And then you see him and McDaniels, he be giving McDaniels prop, and Mike Conley was a good solid vet as well. But Ant really at 22 displayed better leadership, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to win than a lot of quote unquote superstars in the league have that been kind of crowned as the best at their position. But this year we've seen a lot of truth in the playoffs this year, and the truth of the matter is Ant's the best 2 guard in the league, and about another year or two be the best player in the NBA.
We're going to take it back, fellas.
Can we go out and actually say that he's been the best player in the playoffs this season? If
I'm gonna be completely unbiased, before the injury, I would actually have to say, if you're gonna give me an MVP the postseason, and this is gonna sound crazy coming from me, but I'd actually say Jalen Brunson.
Yeah. Brunson or Luka or SGA. And that's how it's been solid.
No, my fault. I'm not cutting you off. I was gonna say Luka been to Dallas to the conference finals at 80%. He's not even like healthy.
Yeah.
He's not even healthy. But to kind of segue, we can kind of give us like quick predictions of the conference finals. We already pretty much said Boston in 5, maybe 6, but out west, I mean, Dallas and
Man,
Minnesota,
that's a
man.
matchup. That's a matchup.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, we've seen a lot of people say real hoops is back, defense is back. Well, we have the number one defensive rating team all season in Minnesota versus the team with the best defensive rating the last 6 weeks in Dallas.
Mm.
I think, man, this is hard.
This is gonna be a heavyweight title bout right here.
I'm gonna say it's gonna go 7, man. It's really gonna come down to is Carly Towns gonna play smart? Can he win Can he dominate the PJ Washington matchup?
Mm.
Can McDaniels make shots? Because McDaniels was huge in Game 6 and Game 7. Before that, McDaniels struggled, but he came through when they needed him when they were down 3-2. He really came through big. Conley, Nas Reed, because Dallas actually has a little more depth than Minnesota. And when you have Luka and Kyrie in the half court, man, yeah.
They're gonna have to throw it. They gotta throw everything at Luka and Kyrie. They have to throw everything at them.
Well, Ant-Man said he checking Kyrie immediately after the game. He said, I got Kyrie.
Yep. So here we go. You already know it's gonna be a show.
Honestly, I probably you got to put McDaniels on Luka. Then you have to, because you're gonna need that big body.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna say it's going 7 games, man. I have to really think about this series because this is gonna be tough. Because like I said, you have 2 good defensive teams, and this is gonna be 90s, 2000s ball, early 2010s ball. Like it might not be a lot of games in the hundreds in this series. I ain't gonna hold it, but this series is gonna be in the 90s.
To me,
it's about which team can execute in half court.
This series is going to come down. No, you good. This series is going to come down to whoever your third option is, because we know with Dallas they're going to be looking at PJ to be their third option, and like PJ scoring anywhere from 15 to 20 per night or per game. Whereas with Minnesota, who's going to step up and be their third option? Is it going to be a McDaniels? Is it going to be a Mike Conley? Or is it going to be a Nas Reed coming off the bench? So it's going to come down to whoever their third option is for Minnesota, whether they can keep up on that. Because honestly, I feel like Ant-Man and Cat, if Cat plays up to his potential, they're going to cancel out with Kyrie and Luka. And then it comes down to whoever their third option, a.k.a. their X factor, is going to be.
I'm just going to pick a team. I'm going to just say, maybe because I just want to see Ant-Man finish the job. I think it'd be tight to see him go into the Olympics with a championship ring. And I like the Kyrie story. Like this has pretty much been like a Kyrie redemption. We kind of see already how some media people can, when stomach to congratulate him after a game, have to walk away and everything. We could talk about that on another time, but. Look, man, a lot of people said the trade to Kyrie to Dallas was a bad trade. He's going to be a cancer. Mm-hmm. He was going to stunt Luka's growth. But all he's doing has been helping Luka improve his craft, improve his game, looking out, being a great teammate, helping him out, being the top scorer on the team where they need him to be. So it's tough. But for right now, I think I'm going to just go with Minnesota because I feel like if there's a time for Ant-Man to take over this league, I want him to see him do it right now.
I'll say this real quick. Is there going to be a moment where Dallas is going to have to play Gafford and Lively on the floor at the same time, or even do they still have Powell?
Yeah, but I don't know if he's hurt or not because I think Lively just took all his minutes or something like that because he's on the bench.
And Lively is playing with a lot of emotion as well, too.
Yeah, this might be a moment where they might have to play 2 bigs to counter Minnesota's bigs.
I mean, the way I said it, it's 3-on-3. You got Cat, Gobert, and Reed on one side. Then you got PJ, Lively, and Gafford on the other side. when it comes to names and recognition, you thinking Minnesota should definitely has the edge in the front court department. But we've seen that the Dallas Mavericks front court, they've been making good plays. They play good defense. And
Yeah.
Jason Kidd got them running crazy sets where they pretty much getting alley-oops all the time at the rim. So, and I feel like Dallas front court is better guarding on the perimeter than the Minnesota is.
I'll say one more thing. Well, two quick points. Tim Hardaway is going to have to be much better than what he's been lately.
Yeah.
And don't discount the Maxi Kleber injury. Just he's another front court player that can stretch the floor. He hasn't been available in the postseason, but at some point, I feel like they're going to miss him because he just seems to make timely plays and do a lot of dirty work, kind of a lot of underrated stuff on the floor. I think at some point they're going to miss him as well. But I'm gonna ride with Ant-Man in the 7, man. I'm riding with Ant-Man the rest of the way, bro. It would be great to have him ride to the Olympics with a title.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree there because we just been high on Ant all year, and just like how Dre said, if it's time for him to really, in a sense, snatch the league, he's already snatched the media. But if it's time for him to snatch the league, it's this time is now. Like going into the summer and getting having a ring with him, and then on top of that, being able to team with a LeBron, a KD, and a Steph, and learning everything from them on how to actually not really handle the media, but how to handle that newfound superstardom and level of basketball that he's going to be receiving. It's just going to be perfect for him. It's going to feel like Bron's first ring when he won it in not his first ring when he won it in Miami. That's what it's going to feel like.
Well, as we know, there's no repeat champion this year, and with the 4 teams left, a new superstar is going to get their first ring. It is going to be Luka, Tatum, Ant-Man, or even Tyrese. I know he's like the one everyone not thinking about, but hey, games haven't been played yet. But before we end this episode, since we was talking about a heavyweight fight in Game 7 in the NBA, T, anything you want to talk about this heavyweight fight that happened this weekend?
Oh, man, karma is beautiful, bro.
If you haven't figured, T had a very good weekend, man.
Great weekend, bro. Like I said, bro, I'm high off these packs, bro. This Tyson Fury pack is heavy, bro. It's heavy, man, because that man should have been knocked out. First off, the ref saved his ass, just like the ref saved his ass in the Wilder fight, the first Wilder fight. Tyson Fury's had some very fortunate luck with some of the refs not giving TKO. Usyk was a better strategic fighter. Fury, he'll overpower you, he'll put his weight on you. He's a great fighter. He fought a good fight, like all joking aside. He fought a good fight. But we see Tyson Fury at times just lack discipline. When he fought Ngannou in that exhibition, he didn't take it seriously. And Ngannou showed that Tyson Fury can hit the mat. I mean, Wilder showed it too. Wilder's Wilder. That type of power is different. But Usyk was very strategic. He used his distance properly. He used angles properly to leverage those shots. He came out strong. Then Fury imposed his will towards the middle, and it was looking kind of dicey. But we saw Usyk get hurt a couple of times. But when he withstood the punches, and he found a second win. Man, he came out that 9th round and threw a flurry at Tyson Fury that he wasn't ready for, and really should have been a TKO, bro. Honestly, if it wasn't for the padding in the corner, he would have fell because the ropes wouldn't even save him, bro. He was on his way down, and it should have been called off because he was getting wailed on for like a good 20 seconds. But the fact that one judge gave the fight to Fury, even though it was a close fight, I had it 116. Well, no, 115, 113 is about right. Even with the knockdown, but Usyk won that last round. Like I told you, Joe, when we watched the fight, Usyk's gonna have to finish this last round strong because in boxing, just like in other competitions, sometimes the last impression is what can win the judges over. Any sport that has
Yeah.
judges judging you, you have to make the final impression a good one. That's why Devin Haney beat Lomachenko last year. He won the 12th round. We've seen it time and time again. You have to finish fight strong, and Usyk was able to do that. I felt like there was going to be one judge I was going to give Fury the fight just because Fury's stature and his ability to generate revenue. But I mean, there's a rematch clause, so we're going to see this fight again October 12th. I'm looking forward to it. A huge card coming up January. I mean, not January, my fault. June 15th. Gervonta Davis is fighting Frank Martin. David Benavidez is fighting another Ukrainian. And then we actually got two undercards that are championship fights on the undercard. That's a stat card. August 3rd, Terence Crawford's fighting on another stat card as well. So we got some good fights coming up and some fights coming in the fall. We might see Crawford versus Canelo either in December or January. I know that Saudi, I don't want to butcher his name, but the Saudi that's pretty much set up these fights wants that Crawford and Canelo fight. And quite honestly, after seeing what Usyk did to Fury, I actually gave Crawford a chance, even though Canelo's gonna be the bigger fighter. But we saw Usyk just take out a guy that was 30, 40 pounds heavier than him. So actually, if Crawford can get handle his business in his next fight at 154, we'll see. It'll be interesting, man. And then, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of good fights set up, man. I'm excited about boxing. Boxing has continued the momentum that they had last year. We're seeing it carrying to this year. Some of these fights. And as a fight fan, you'd be excited. We're actually getting fights, more fights than we want to see. The first time we had an undisputed heavyweight in 24 years since 2000 was Lennox Lewis. So it's an exciting time in boxing for real. So we'll definitely get more in depth when the Tank Davis fight comes around and do a preview and breakdown of that fight and some of the other big fights coming up, man. So shout out to Usyk, man. He has a case to be pound for pound number one. Undisputed in two divisions, especially at cruiserweight and heavyweight. That's very, very hard to do. So shout out to Usyk, man. Like, he beat Anthony Joshua, he beat Fury. He's the top of the world, and like I said, he can make a strong argument for that pound for pound number one king. We have three guys right now, Inoue, Terence Crawford, Usyk, that you can make legitimate arguments to be pound for pound king of boxing right now. So it's a good time to be a fight fan.
Great breakdown, D. Great breakdown. Well, look, man, we got some great content for y'all from these NBA playoffs and this boxing match over this weekend. If Dave was here, he would be like, hey, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. Assassin 4, we everywhere. We on Spotify, we on Apple, we on everything you could possibly find a podcast on. So make sure y'all listen to these great takes, man. Y'all don't have to be on ESPN listening to that BS. I know y'all not on FS1 no more, so we ain't worried about that. So if y'all want the real, come over here, man. We got y'all. I promise y'all. We keep it entertaining over here as well. Well, with that, we got my boy C-Note. We got my man T. Assassin 4. We always sweeping the competition. We out.